I need to calm down. I can't do the whole video like this. Let me just take a few breaths.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a full review of women's best products. I picked a bunch of stuff from a bunch of different collections that they offer. I just shifted over a little bit just so when I put the text on the screen here, it's not over my face. But anyway, let's get started. So I have my phone here because I don't know the names of everything just yet, so I'll be referencing this throughout the video. The first thing we have is the Motion Seamless Halter Bra. There it is. I just got it in the basic black color. It's a halter bra with an adjustable strap. It's fully adjustable. It does have removable cup pads. The little slit to take them out is right here. The neckline is interesting. It's kind of a square neck, but it also kind of rounds out a little bit. And then these straps at the top that go over your traps are a little bit wide. Very interesting design. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. The material is ribbed. It's a fully ribbed material. The bottom band is just like a simple sort of ribbed band. There really isn't much like reinforcement here at the bottom. So I feel like because of that, the band ends up rolling underneath a lot for me. Yeah, I don't really have a ton to say about this. It's super, super basic. Even though it is a halter with a thinner strap, I didn't find that it dug into my neck very much. And I think that has a lot to do with the material they chose to make this bra out of. Also, the coverage that it gives. I feel like it holds my bust up pretty well to the point where it's not like pulling on my neck, if that makes sense. Definitely more of a light support bra. I would say maybe light to medium. If you have a smaller bust, this would probably be more like a medium support bra for you. But apart from that, I don't really have much to say. I'm not a huge fan of ribbed materials, especially not in bras. So this is not something I would personally reach for very often. And the cut of the neckline isn't my favorite either. I just feel like it needs to be a little bit more wide. I feel like it's a very narrow cut for a square neck, but then also with it being a little bit rounded too. The logo is a rubberized logo that is pressed onto the fabric. It is black. I do like that it's a tonal logo, and I do think it's a tonal logo for all the colors that they offer. If you're looking for a halter bra that isn't going to be like super uncomfortable on your neck, then this is a decent option, but personally, it's not my favorite. Staying with the bras, next we have the Define 2.0 Seamless Scrunch bralette in dark moss, which is like a teal. There's the back, there's the front. You can remove the straps from the back and like twist them over if you want to cross the back. Again, similar bottom band as the last one, basic sort of ribbed bra band. It has some stretch to it, not as much as the last one. The material is definitely less soft compared to the last bra. It has this scrunch slash ruching detail on the front, which you see in a lot of different brands. I feel like Gymshark has this bra, Honor has this bra. I think Alphalete also has this bra. Like it's not really anything new when it comes to this. I did find that this bra does give me more support than the last one. Just because it's a little bit more snug. The material has a little bit less stretch. I will still say it's a light to medium support. You're not really going to get high support in this bra, in my opinion. I was surprised by the coverage. The coverage is actually really decent. It does have removable cup pads that you can take out if you would like to. Here is the logo on the back. It is white. I wish it was tonal. There is a possibility that over time this logo will start to crack. I've had some women's best pieces in the past, like from years and years ago, where the logo does tend to crack quite easily. So just keep that in mind. Now, I will say I wish these straps were like a little bit more plush, a little bit more padded, just because I do find this material that they use for the straps to be a little bit itchy, just a tiny bit. I don't know if maybe putting it through the wash would help with that, but I do wish it was like a little bit more padded or like plush, like some of my other bras are, just because it's more comfortable and then it kind of prevents it from digging into your shoulders as well. Yeah, personally, it's a decent bra. Again, it's not really a new style or anything. A lot of different brands offer this. Um, I'm not keeping this only because I have so many of these bras from other brands and I really don't need another one. But this is a decent option if you're looking for a ruche bra. And women's breast prices are really good. So if you're looking for like a more affordable option in this bra, this is a good pick. Now, this next bra is definitely my top pick. It is the Define 2.0 seamless halter neck bra, and I got it in the color Midnight Plum. So here is the front. It's like a V neckline. And then here's the back. There's quite a lot going on in the back. Basically, it is a halter bra that has this extra strap here if you want a little bit more support. You can completely remove this strap if you would like to, which I'll do now. And there it is. On. And then it becomes a halter bra, which I really, really love. I think it's super cute. And shockingly, it has a decent amount of coverage for me. I was quite surprised by that. Again, the bottom band's exactly the same as the last two bras. It's just like a very classic sort of ribbed band. This has a lot more stretch than the ruche bra that I just showed you. And again, removable cup pads. Just like any halter bra that's going to have these thinner straps, it may be prone to digging in on your neck. I do think that this one isn't too bad. Like, it does dig in a little bit, but I think after a few minutes, you don't really pay attention to it very much. However, if you're really sensitive to things around your neck, then this halter is just not going to work. And honestly, halters in general is probably not going to work if you have neck sensitivities. I really wanted to test this bra at the gym, but I kept going into the gym and leaving like 10 to 15 minutes after getting there. So it just didn't work out this week. I do feel very supported in this when I put it on. Again, it's more of a light to medium support with and without the strap in the back. Same logo as the last one. It is a white rubberized logo that is stamped on. It's definitely my favorite bra out of the bunch. I think it fits the best for my body type personally, and I didn't find it too uncomfortable. I like the style of it, and it's very rare for me to find a halter that is this minimal that gives me the coverage that this one does. So I do really like it. I was gonna get a few more, but honestly, I think I should hold off on that just because I don't know how often I'm going to reach for this bra. I will be keeping this bra. If you're looking for a halter that has decent coverage, has adjustability, and also has some customization with this extra strap on the back if you want a little bit more support, this is a good option. We're moving on to the tops. The first one I have here is the Essential Built-In Bra Crop. Goodness. The Essential Built-In Bra Crop Tank Top. Why was that so hard? I have it in Midnight Plum. It's very similar to the bra that I just showed you as far as like there's a lot of things going on in the back, but this is all joined together. You cannot remove any of these straps. Now the straps have no adjustability to them whatsoever. When I first tried this on, I wasn't sure if I really liked it very much just because I thought the waist would be a little bit more form-fitting. I went with a size small, thinking it was going to be more form-fitting, and it kind of isn't. But you know what? That's not terrible. It does have a built-in bra shelf there with removable cup pads. But yeah, apart from the back, there's not really a ton going on here. It would be cool if you could like move. So like these straps in the middle, it would be kind of cool if you could like move them to customize it a little bit more. There's the logo again. So this isn't a seamless top. The material is very, very soft. A bit more slick performance. Has a ton of stretch. Definitely size down if in between. You really don't have to size up with this. It's very forgiving, including the straps. The straps have a lot of stretch. And the straps on this are a lot softer, a little bit more plush than the bras that I showed you. So I didn't notice it being itchy or digging in or anything like that. But yeah, that's it for this top. I don't really have much else to say. So we'll move on. The next top we have is a tank. It is the Essential Built-In Bra Scoot Back Tank. And this is in the color Pistachio. Here is the front. It's quite long. And here's the back. This is definitely more of a full-length tank. Very, very basic. It does have a built-in bra. There it is. I did find this tank a little bit disappointing. I honestly thought it was going to be more form-fitting in the waist. This is a size small, so I was expecting the waist to be a little bit less wrinkly. But as you can see, there's a lot of fabric there for me to work with. And I didn't really know what to do with it. Straps are really thick. They have Okay, I was just gonna stretch this out, but I heard a couple of threads just ripped, so don't know what to say about that. Yeah, there's not really much going on with this top. Definitely size down if in between sizes. But personally, it's not one that I would recommend. It is just the waist is so wide, and I don't really understand why. In the model photos on the site, it's like sitting on her perfect. It doesn't look like it has excess fabric, so I'm not really sure why it's so wide in person. Yeah, it's from the Essential line, so the fabric is a little bit softer. It's not ribbed, it's not seamless. It's like a softer feel. I do feel like this material feels a little bit less slick than the midnight plum top that I just showed you. I don't know, I feel like I see like fuzzies on it. So it's not as slick as the last one, but it definitely is more of a performance material. I love that it has a built-in bra so you don't have to wear a bra underneath it, but I do wish it was more form-fitting. And I do worry about the integrity of this stitching because I don't know what I just heard, but definitely something ripped. So yeah, moving on. Sticking with the Essential line, we have the Essential crop tank top, and this is in the color Sapphire Blue. Now, this is just a very basic sort of mid-crop tank. It is a racer back. There's no built-in anything. It's literally just a tank top. There's nothing going on the inside. Again, the material is the same as the last two pieces. It's performance, super stretchy. Now, I did like the fit of this one a lot better than the last tank just because it does sit flush on my stomach. Like, I didn't find I had excess fabric or anything. I'm not sure what was going on with the back here, but you can see when I'm wearing it, like the top of the back kind of dips down. And I don't know if it's maybe just because of this tag weighing it down. That could be it. Super basic tank top. I do really like this material. I find it very cool to the touch, and I don't think it's one that I would like overheat in or anything. So that is really nice. Yeah, they have these in a bunch of colors, and I do think they're worth the sales price. Like, it is very basic, but if you are looking for a tank top that is more performance and it's just like a nice fit, then this is decent. Like, it has a lot of stretch. It's super, super comfortable. I personally don't really have a use for it, so I won't be keeping, but I do think it is decent. I feel like I'm speeding through these today. I don't know. There's not really much to talk about, I guess, with the tops. Next, we have my top pick for tops. This is the Essential Cropped Short Sleeve Tee, and I have it in the color Basalt, I think it's called. Cute. It's such a cute blue. Again, very basic top. It is the exact same material as that last tank that I showed you. I love these. I love how stretchy the material is. Even though it's like a short sleeve, which I typically have issues with, like with the digging in, this has so much stretch. Okay, when I put this blue on camera, everything just goes orange. Love that. So I'm just going to hold it down. I think this is definitely a top that I would go back for and get in other colors just because it fits so well. So this material, because it's very soft, it is prone to snagging. I don't know if you can see that there. Let me get out the way. There. It did snag a little bit. So the fabric is a little bit more on the delicate side. However, I think this is so nice. Like, it is such a nice material. And I love the fabric. It is definitely more cooling to the touch. I don't think it's something I would overheat in. It would be really good to wear in the summer here, but I do worry a little bit about it snagging so easily. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Moving on to the bottoms now. First, we have the Essential Mini Flared Leggings. I got a lot of stuff from the Essential line. I didn't realize. So this is their mini flare. There it is. I got it in the, I think there's only one length, which is interesting. So if you're, I don't know if they have like a taller option if you are a taller girly and want, yeah, I think they only have one length. These flares, I don't, I found that the waistband has some excess material and I didn't really know how to get rid of that. It started to like kind of bunch up right above the seam of the waistband, and I don't really know why that was happening or how to get rid of it. The fabric is very stretchy. Like, the Essential fabric is really, really stretchy. The material is super, super slick. There's no scrunch on the back. It's just like a normal glute seam. But if you want to like hike it up in the back, you can. It's very easy to do that. I'll have to measure the inseam and see how long this is, but the length was like perfect for me. My inseam is 30 inches. I feel like this landed at the perfect spot for me at the bottom of the legging. I do find the rise is quite high. Like, the distance from the bottom of the gusset to the waistband is quite high. So if you have a short torso, then this might be a little bit too high-waisted. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of these, to be honest. There's a lot of things that I just am kind of like meh about. I feel like that's the theme of this review. It's just kind of like meh. Moving on to the next pair of leggings, we have the Motion Seamless leggings. Now, these are a fully ribbed legging. You know how I feel about ribbed materials. We do have the rubberized logo here. I love how it's the same color as the legging, so you don't see it that much. The back doesn't have a scrunch, but it has like this raised glute seam. And then we also have like some sort of contour going on the side here. The waistband It actually has some decent stretch. I thought this wasn't going to stretch at all just because of the material. It is a very heavy ribbed material, but it does have a lot of stretch to it. I actually found these really flattering on. Even though it doesn't have a scrunch or anything, I do find this raised glute seam helpful, and it prevents you from having a unibutt in your leggings. But yeah, super stretchy. The only reason I'm not keeping these is because the material is so heavy and so warm. I have no use for this. Like, I cannot train in this. I will absolutely overheat in it. Like, this has crazy stretch. Like, I'm really impressed with the stretch of this. And this material actually feels like it'll be more durable. Like, I'm not really worried about snagging this or it ripping. So since I just mentioned ripping, now we're going to move on to the essential leggings in granite, or what used to be the essential leggings. This was not a design choice. It literally ripped when I was trying it on. Um, and then I was like, you know what? Yeah, it ripped, but let me like try it on again today so I can actually record it. And then it ripped again, but this time like under like my butt. So I was like, yeah, I can't put this on camera because there's not really much left to go on here with these leggings. It has decent stretch in the waistband, but for some reason the legs, again, they have decent stretch, but for some reason this fabric just rips like paper. Like, I shouldn't be able to do that with leggings. I really shouldn't. Like, are you kidding me? I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm gonna try to let me try to get through this. But the waistband is very stretchy. It does have a top band here, an elastic sort of thing going on here. The material looks like it does pill really easily. There's a ton of areas of pilling already. Um, so that's concerning. I mean, there's a lot that's concerning about these. I mean, is there much more to say? Like, it is ripped. I will say though, I did reach out to Women's Best the day this happened, and they responded to me the next day and refunded me immediately. So customer service was great when it came to that, but that shouldn't be happening. Imagine paying full price for that, and then that happens. My God. Next, we have the essential shorts. Thank God these didn't rip. However, I don't find these flattering at all. It's weird because when I put the essential leggings on, they do actually fit really nicely, and I do find them flattering because the back does have like a nice glute seam. But this one, like, let me just show you the difference. Let me show you the difference. So this is the back of the essential leggings. It has like a very traditional glute seam, right? The shorts, what is that? What What is that? What are we supposed to do with that? I don't get it. Because these are the short versions of the leggings, I was worried about it ripping as well. So I didn't even try to adjust the back too much because I was really worried I was going to get another hole in them. But yeah, these are really unflattering. The waist, the rise on the waist is super high. And then because I don't know what the this is in the back, like it doesn't, it's just nothing is flattering about this. The inseam is too short. Like if you look at the distance from the top of the waistband to where the gusset starts, that is so long. And then you have the shortest inseam on the planet. Like I need to calm down. I can't do the whole video like this. Let me just take a few breaths. I don't know what's going on with these shorts, but they're horrible. I'm not even sure how to recommend what size to get or anything because they're so tight in the waist because of this top band. But then the bottom has a ton of stretch to it, so I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't know. Now we have the final set of bottoms to go through, and this is the Define 2.0 Seamless Scrunch leggings. There we have the back with the scrunch. We have some contouring going on the back and then on the sides. Same thing in the front. We have these contour lines going on. Oh, the color is Caribou, by the way. I forgot to say. I have to hand it to Women's Best, though. They make some really good waistbands on their seamless leggings. I love their waistband. I didn't find that it rolled down really easily like it does for a lot of the other brands that I have seamless stuff from. Um, their waistband's really, really nice and sturdy without being too tight. Like there's so much stretch here to this, and it's also just really thick, and I love that. Unfortunately, I don't really love these leggings. Like we've seen this legging done a million times, right? This one isn't my favorite just because I feel like the fabric doesn't have as much give as I would like it to. Yes, the waistband has a ton of give, but when it comes to the actual body of the leggings, I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't stretch as much as I would like it to. As well as the scrunch on the back, I feel like there's just a little bit of resistance there when I like squat down. Like it wasn't the most comfortable to wear for that reason. Yeah, the design of this legging is very reminiscent to Honor Active's Effortless leggings, which is my absolute favorite, you guys know. And I feel like these just don't really compare. Like, yes, on first appearance, it looks very similar, but as far as the way it fits on, it kind of reminds me more of when Honor's leggings were like a little bit stiffer and the fabric was a little bit more like the fabric was like a little bit more stiff and not as stretchy as it is currently. Um, so yeah, personally not my favorite. And while we're on the topic of the Define bottoms, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the I think it's the 6-inch shorts. Yeah, the 6-inch shorts. This is dark cherry. Similar comments to the leggings. I will say though, these are even tighter than the leggings are. Like, again, not in the waist. The waist is fine. However, I feel like this waistband does stretch a little bit less than the last one. But where it really gets super snug here is in the legs. Like that's how much it stretches. And I feel like there is some resistance when I'm trying to stretch it. Yeah, it's just not my favorite. And I definitely felt like the leg openings here were definitely digging into my thighs a little bit. Same scrunch as the leggings. But I don't know. I just feel like there's something about the yarn that they use for their seamless leggings that's just not the most forgiving. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this is not enough stretch for me personally. Like, I can't imagine doing any sort of movement in this and being comfortable. Like I would really worry about this scrunch snapping. And I think you can see in my squat test, I barely squatted down in these because I really felt a lot of resistance in this scrunch. And as you saw, some of the rips and I was a little bit worried about this popping. So I was being very careful with how I squatted down in these. And then very quickly, I will talk about the exact same shorts, but in the shorter inseam. So this one's 4 inches. I do feel like this one I do feel like this one felt a little bit more forgiving. Like there's way more stretch in this than there was in the bikers. Even though these are a 4-inch inseam, I didn't find that they rolled up or anything like in a squat. So that was surprising. Waistband has the same stretch as the last two pieces. But again, like I just don't feel the most secure in their Define collection. It's not really for me, to be honest. Okay, so those are all the women's best pieces that I have today. Sorry for this review being a little bit all over the place. I was just sharing my like raw, honest thoughts on everything. Oh, I just want to quickly talk about logistics. I will say that women's best shipping is extremely fast. I don't know if I just got lucky or if it's because they had low traffic or something and they were able to ship my order out very fast, but I placed an order on March 25th and this was delivered March 28th. So that is crazy fast, especially knowing that it's coming from Europe. So shipping, A plus, fantastic. Quality, on the other hand, the jury's still out on that one as far as like a score. But the essential leggings definitely put me off wanting to get any more bottoms from them just because on a try-on, it's ripping like that, literally ripping like paper. That is a concern. But I will say their customer service has been good with the fact that they were able to just refund me straight away when they saw that. However, on the same note about their customer service, I'm a little bit confused because on their website, they do say that returns are free from the United States. But then you go to submit a return and it's asking you to pay. Confused about that. I did reach out to their customer service about that and they're looking into it, but I haven't heard back. So it's a little bit suspicious to me. I don't mind paying a fee, but I would like to know upfront if I'm going to have to pay to return anything. And the fact that they have two different places of information that are saying contradicting things, that's a little bit of a concern to me. But yeah, top picks for sure are definitely that essential short sleeve crop top. And I would say the V-neck bra as well. I did really enjoy that. Maybe even the essential crop tank. I think those three items are pretty decent. Now we'll see if they withstand the test of time and the quality holds up. But so far, so good. Even though the short sleeve essential crop top does have a little bit of snagging on it, just due to the nature of the fabric, I still want to give it time and see how it wears for a while, see if I run into any issues with the quality apart from the snagging. But yeah, that is all I have for you today. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.